Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. I'm your host, Innkeeper, and this is your live call-in talk show all about the Wheel of Time. And Season 2 has come to an end, and we've already starting to get Season 3 news. So tonight's going to be somewhat of a chill night. We're going to go and look at some of these Season 3 news that Rafe has shared at New York Comic Con, and then at a private screening of the finale in New York City last weekend. And then I'm going to introduce my guests who are going to help me go over some of our favorite moments and maybe some of our least favorite moments of the 8 episodes, as well as take callers tonight and see what you guys out there liked and did not like for Season 2. So let me introduce Bain and Shiad and Brian the Gleeman.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
I put this in chat, the first poll of the night. I asked, let's see, people were talking about I started on time. It was confusing. I was like, we were just sitting here, and I'm like, I'm gonna start. Like I'm not like I'm gonna start, and I started. So that's what happened. I asked. There's about 200 plus votes. I asked, what is your rating for Season 2? Of the Wheel of Time, and so the two of you, what is your rating out of 10 for Season 2 of the Wheel of Time?
I clicked 9.
9. Okay.
9, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay, Brian.
I picked 8. I wanted to click 9, but I picked 8 because I'm just trying to give myself room for seasons 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Whatever. Like I want to give myself room to grow. But I really loved season 2.
Okay. All right. Cool. I somewhat gave each episode a ranking and then made an average, and I came out to an 8.25. That's what I came out to.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at. I think there are some, and I think there's just like, I don't know why I gave a couple of episode 7. I gave episode 1 and 4 7s, and I think that brought it down. They're not, I mean, comparatively they're 7s, but they're really good. Yeah, I see all of you guys in chat. Yes, I see a lot of 7 8s. There are definitely 9s and 10s, and yeah. Let me end this poll and see what people, so about 40% are in that 8 camp, 30% 9. So definitely I feel like a higher rating compared to Season 1. There is a good 13% who have sworn themselves to the dark. Who have said 10. So great. I think overall a very successful, amazing season, a step up. We got a lot of things that happened within the season, but also just things that are going to come up in the future. So awesome. So before we jump into Season 2 favorite moments and that kind of stuff, I'm gonna look at some of these Season 3 news. So did you guys see this? Brian, did you see Rafe in New York?
I did not. I saw a bunch of people tweeting about it, but I didn't actually watch it myself.
Mm-hmm. Do you know any of the news that came out? Like, is this news to you? Is this going to be news to you?
You tell me, and I'll tell you if it's news to me.
Okay. Which of the following?
Oh, I
places,
knew that already.
Oh, okay. Which of the following places are we going to in Season 3? Why don't you show us your shirt?
Oh, my shirt, it says Tanchico, standing in Tanchico.
Yeah, so we got news about certain locations, and what series here transcribed some of the questions that were asked, and Rafe was on set in Rhuidean, so we're going to the Isle Waste, the Threefold Land. There's a question about theories, and there's a Forsaken that has been cast that we have not seen. We know them from the books, and they have been on set. other teasing, they're just idle culture and dream walking. The world of dreams is going to, we saw a lot of that in season 2, but we're going to see more. And then we're going to find right at the start of season 3 what Leandrin's been up to, because I think the last we saw her was she wanted we saw her go somewhere in Kyrian. Is that what happened?
He told Barthanes to kill Moraine.
yeah,
I think that's the last we saw her. Yeah.
Yeah. So, episode 7, right? So a lot of those people, the Aes Sedai and those folks, we did not see again, and a lot of people were like, "Wait, what's happening with them?" So,
where is Ivan? He's gone.
Mm-hmm.
He disappeared. He just walked off, and then we never saw him again.
Mm-hmm.
I have
where
questions.
is Ivan? That is the question. Let's ask. Where do you think Grace Ivan is? Let's ask.
Where Ivan is?
Yeah, and in chat, please tell us, where do you think Ivan is? Where is Ivan? Okay, so
I don't know. I'm not a speculation person.
Dead. Ivan is dead.
No, he's not dead.
No,
He's not
that's an
dead,
option. I'm saying that's the first option.
Okay.
All
right. Well, Alana would have known if he was dead. I think maybe somebody kidnapped him. Like some dark friend kidnapped him and is holding him hostage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kidnapped by who?
Dark friends.
Dark friends. So he's not a dark friend.
No, he's not. Maximus.
Okay. Kidnapped by dark friend. Okay. All right. So, Brian, you have a
With
theory
Steve.
first?
I think he went to the loo and
never came back.
There's problems. Yeah. Yeah.
I see a lot of that.
Got distracted by Reddit.
I don't understand.
Let me see. Sorry, that Siri somehow got
said
activated.
Siri.
That was Siri.
I was like,
Siri is trying to answer where's Ivan.
I feel like I shouldn't say it because it's going to get activated again. A lot of people are talking about the loo. Like, I need some realistic Leandrin. People are saying, so what did Leandrin do? Spying on Leandrin. Okay, so out on a spying mission. Okay, all right. What I need one more. A real, Ivan is with Lanfear. Have you seen them in the same? Ivan is Lanfear. Okay, I like this.
Been Lanfear the whole time.
Pete, thank you. Yeah. Wow, that's huge. Why is that huge?
I like that. Keep it there.
That's
there you go.
Make it small.
There you go.
There. Yeah, it disappeared. But yeah, Ivan is Lanfear. I like that. Okay, so dead. I mean, hopefully captured. Okay, there we go. Okay, people. Yeah, a lot of people think the Ivan is following Leandrin. Yeah, and captured while spying. I see that. Taryn Larry, you said that. Yeah. I like this. I mean, was following Tomas, and that's how they found out about all of that. But like, we didn't see him at the end. Did we also not see Tomas at the end too? So
no.
Yeah,
we saw Tomas. We didn't see Ivan.
Oh, did we see Tomas? I don't remember seeing Tomas.
We did see Tomas.
Okay.
So Tomas and Varen and Alana and Maxim
They're back.
Moraine and Rand and Land were all in the same place, and Ivan was the only one missing. But Ivan followed Tomas like 3 scenes earlier and never came back. But Tomas is there.
Maybe they finally got the warder cloaks, and he.
Maybe he was there the whole time, and we just couldn't see him.
Yeah, warder cloaks. Yeah.
Isn't there a rumor that Ivan's been recast for season 3? So maybe the actor just couldn't be in any more
location.
scenes.
Oh, that would be. Imagine that.
Just wasn't available. So
Okay.
he's in the bathroom.
Yes, there's no option for him being just fine. I mean, if he's spying, he's fine, right? Like, doesn't mean,
Yeah.
But you're right. Yeah, no, he could just be, a lot of people, he's getting,
getting fruit,
dinner.
snack watering. Yep.
Yeah. He's out meditating, Kara Sedai.
Eliminatrix says he's out peeing on a tree somewhere.
Yes, we need that. We need
Don't
more
trigger
of that.
me.
We need more
All right.
tree peeing scenes.
So
to counteract, the tree singing in the other episode. We just need
Yeah. So
Pee treeing instead of tree singing.
Tree
wow.
peeing.
Pee peeing.
It's a water talent, you know,
Uh, with a capital T, right? Yeah. So the again, what
with a capital
series?
P.
Um, for further down in this article mentions, when he came and was talking about to fans the next day, talked about Tanchico, talked about the Sea Folk, and then talked about that Rand and Perrin's stories will receive more focus. And what was the one thing about Moghedian? I'm forgetting that.
He said Moghedian scenes are to die for.
All right.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not
what does that mean?
surprised. I,
Mm.
Moghedian's
Die
gonna kill
for.
people. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just gonna kill people.
That's what's gonna happen.
There was
But
also a leaked script earlier this
yes,
week that implied
yes,
we're getting Cooladin.
yeah,
That's
we're
A lot
getting.
of
exciting.
leaking
Wait,
references in
before.
this episode so far.
I
All right.
know.
So
Tree leaking, tree
okay,
peeing,
okay. I'm
script
gonna put.
leaking.
I'm gonna
It's
put.
happening.
This show will contain spoilers, so we'll talk towards kind of the end of the Shadow Rising, just because we're just going to talk about season 3, and maybe elements of book 5, Fires of Heaven. But in chat, we'll full book spoilers. If we're going to talk, further out, let me know, and we can give them a warning. Yeah, we'll try to keep them to a minimum as much as we can. Okay, so. Any other season 3 news? I think that was most of it, right? And Grace, you wrote an article there, right? So
I did.
yeah, so congratulations on that. Did I miss anything? Was there anything else there?
Not that I can remember.
I know they talked a lot on the panel itself about VFX and things like
Mhm.
that.
Yep.
Yes, Sharnice is pointing out that the finale was not part of New York Comic Con. Yes, it was like a separate event,
Mhm.
and I think it's Prime that did that initiative. So I'm glad we're seeing fan events like that. It would be so much cooler if. We're supporting SAG-AFTRA, as you can see down there. Any donations that you're making throughout this time, we have been supporting the strike, so we're standing in solidarity with the entertainment community. And if that wasn't the case, we might have seen maybe a cast member with Rafe, both at the panel and at the theater. Screening the next day. That would have been cool. But they specifically talked about like the channeling and the how they have changed channeling and the novice kitchen scene and how much went into that, as well as talking about the beach scene and how they needed like 3 hours. They only had like 3 hours in a month, like in 30 days time that they did that. So it was pretty cool. I like people are talking about concussions, concussion counts. Are you making this up, Brian? That the 11 concussions, or is that real?
I think we counted when we did the rewatch 2 weeks ago. What was the number we got to?
I was not keeping track, but I think there were
Somebody
at
was.
least 5 or 6. Yeah, I think Light Blinded
No, I
Fool
think
was
there were like
keeping track.
11. I think it was
Really?
like 11.
11? Wow.
11.
All right.
So
Yeah.
like one concussion is like it's not hitting their head. It's like if they're unconscious, that's
Yeah.
it, right? Okay. If someone was
Yeah.
like, oh, is it for any person? Because like the White Cloaks got a lot of concussions by Avienda.
Yeah, I think we were paying attention to the main characters.
The main characters,
So
okay,
like
okay.
Nynaeve
Elaine.
and Egwene and Rand and Matt and everybody. Kind of everybody gets one at some point.
Yeah.
Perrin gets one a couple of times.
Elaine. Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Illuminatrix is asking a question in chat, Brian. What do you think about what if we get Eludra with the circus? I don't know how this came up, but I saw Eludra, so I have to ask you.
I think it'd be great. I think
That's it?
Eludra, fireworks, handing out sparklers to kids, and that stuff would be really neat. And meeting Matt and maybe some of the others might inspire her to think about like, oh, you can use these as weapons too, and then you start getting like more down the line of what Eludra does in the books. But it would be really neat to see Oluja at the circus. I think it's a smart way to merge, some plot lines together in
Mm-hmm.
fewer sets. Get characters in the same place. Maybe even you could do some shenanigans with Val and Luca and Oluja and make it a funny or tense situation there. So it could be cool. I like that
Yeah.
idea.
No, totally. Okay, so season 3, Grace, you mentioned the Couladin script. Again, what series revealed that, and basically it was a scene with Couladin and what was likely a, I think, Wise One or
Or a clan chief.
clan
It
chief.
wasn't
I think
clear.
in the book, it's a clan chief, right? And Rand's there too, and they're talking about Couladin having gone to Rhuidean, and now he's the whatever they call their person, he who comes with the dawn. That's how much.
This is a Wheel of Time expert here, everyone.
I know.
Hey,
I know.
the
I'm not actually
Aiel-
convinced that
the
Honest has read the
Aiel-
books.
The Aiel
He definitely
are-
hasn't read book
The Aiel
4.
are fine. The Aiel are fine. I'm excited for season 3, but bring on Tanchico. No, but yeah, no, that's really cool. I mean, I think Couladin is a great character in terms of again, another antagonist sort of character. So that would be really cool. Just to.
I wonder if I wonder if in season 3, like in season 2, we really only had two protagonists. Maybe I guess 3. You had Turok, Turok and Surak maybe, and then Lanther and Ishamael. But really, the Forsaken were the star, like the bad guys, right? Both of the Forsaken were like the antagonists. I guess Rena counts, but for half of the season. And I'm wondering if in season 3, if like we're going to get less of a focus on the Forsaken and more of a focus on somebody like Couladin, because he can represent like an earthly person being manipulated by the Forsaken or something like that, without detracting from the Forsaken, and like I think it would be kind of weird, maybe not weird, but less than satisfactory if every season is like a Forsaken of the season bad guy, right? Like if next season is Moghedien, and the next season is Grundle, and the next season is Samael, or whatever. That might get a little old. So mixing in other villains might be really interesting to see. So I'm excited to hear that we get Couladin, and I hope that they punch it up a little bit more. And I'd like to see more. Like Turok and Surak did a lot of talking; they didn't do a lot of doing. And I would like to see a villain do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turok definitely tried. He opened the horn of Valir box that no one else
he
could.
pulled his sword out.
He pulled the sword.
He did a good job with
He
that.
did pull his sword out.
He tried.
He tried.
So, what do you think about this? Farder Spy says, "Do you think Couladin will be Asmodean?" Grace, do you think?
No, I don't. Well, yeah, I mean that would be clever, but no, I think it will be. Rafe has said that season 3 is going to really follow book 4. We know we're getting another Forsaken we haven't seen before, and then we have the script with Couladin. So I think we'll get Asmodean and Couladin. I don't think they're going to merge them.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I like the idea of someone being manipulated by them.
I'm going to ask, you can help me if I'm phrasing this poll correctly. Will they make us like Couladin? Is that yes or no? Do you think that is?
Yeah.
Do we like Turok or Rena? Like hot Rena is different from liking Rena.
So
I mean, I liked her in the sense that she was a good villain. Like her performance was good. Like,
yeah.
But I didn't like her as a person.
I'm gonna make it. Yeah, I think this is the real question. Hyper Havoc. Will they make us like Savannah? That if they do that, or Tharava, like if they make us like those characters, yeah, that would be interesting. I think a lot of like Elida, people talk about that. A lot of people like Elida to start out with, so because she's really, she's a really good character, and you as compared to someone like Couladin, who
Yeah.
as a character is not that
Kind of a
interesting.
2D character.
Yeah, exactly.
He's kind of a tool.
The writers have done a really good job of giving like otherwise two-dimensional characters a really good backstory and motivation and giving us reasons to believe that they're doing things for reasons that they think are good. And that's like something Robert Jordan tried to do a lot in the books. I'm not sure we have the time or desire to spend that kind of time with Couladin. Um, Other than like he truly believes he deserves it, right? But he's not like he knows he's not, right? So there's got to be. I don't know that they need to spend
I
too
think
much time on it. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
No, I think you're right. People have mentioned Leandrin as an antagonist this season. So yeah, I mean they've had quite a good run of really compelling antagonists. So I think Couladin would be again a really great. Great kind of character for them to do that. But I mean, do you think we're going to see masks, like we're going to see Kylie and Jason Natel and like that aspect of the Forsaken that we haven't really seen? Do you think they're going to dig into that? Because till now they've showed us an illusion, right, that Shamel uses at the end there, but not anything within the real world, as in changing your form. So the Mask of Mirrors was used in book 1, right? Moraine uses it quite at the start, right? Isn't the Karian jumping over the wall? Not the Karian.
I think
the
Baerlon when she
Baerlon.
walks over the wall. Yeah, I think they did. Yeah, they introduced it from the beginning.
Yeah. So I think. Do you think we're going to see that, Grace?
No, I don't think so. I mean, we already saw Lanfear in disguise as Celine, and I just think it would be kind of weird to do that again. Like, oh, let's reveal this Gleeman is not Forsaken. I just don't. I know it's not the same thing.
No, but like in a different like form.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Elfwich saying Lanfear used illusion to embed with Ishi, but that was tel'aran'rhiod. So yes, in tel'aran'rhiod, I think they've used a lot. People talking about
Look,
confused.
if I had the ability to make illusions in bed, that would be a lot more interesting. So.
You wouldn't change.
But no, I think it would be really interesting. I think and I'm not sure they want to do this, but it'd be interesting for us to realize, or the characters to realize, that anybody could be a Forsaken if they discover the existence of something like a Mask of Mirrors, and almost like Battlescar Galactica with anybody could be a Cylon kind of like atmosphere. I'm not sure they'd want to go for that, but it could be interesting if they tried to do that.
Yeah, no, for sure. You brought this up, so I have to now share this because I made this. So, this is how you should feel with any Forsaken, right? That
sure,
anyone shows up, you're like, wait, is that Lanfear or is that a Forsaken? I think that that is a kind of viewpoint from a viewer. You'd be like, wait, you can't trust anyone because they could be a dark friend, but no, they can be anyone. It'd be interesting. I don't know how they'll deal with that, but hey, season 3, what do you guys think?
Might be too complicated.
2024,
2025, early 2025, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody said that. I can't remember who.
All right.
I kind of think early 25 though, like March or April.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm not gonna pull that because it's not important right now. But a lot of season 3 news, and hopefully we'll get more interactions. Hopefully the strikes, it seems like, are not affecting the production, but we still hope that they are concluded, because that'll mean a lot more interaction and things like that. So hopefully they reach a conclusion that the SAG-AFTRA has been looking for. Right, I'm going to end this poll. Will they make us like Couladin? And about 70% of people are saying no. So they don't think anything. That Couladin is still going to be Couladin. So yeah, I agree. It's a hard anything to make us like a tool, like you said, Grace. All right, so Brian, let's start with your, one of your favorite moments. Tell me which one do you want to start with, so I can and why you like this as I go find it, and so we can look at it together.
Oh, am I starting?
Yeah. You don't want to start?
I would say one of my favorite scenes in the season was Egwene and Rhaena burning the tree. And why did I like that? Well, this is episode 7, I think.
6.
And she's being basically tortured and beaten and trying to be broken into a damane. Mm-hmm. And Rhaena is treating Egwene pretty sickeningly, like a pet, like a possessive pet, like animal, but also like cloyingly nice, but also manipulative and sociopathic. It was this really, really interesting scene where Rhaena was played perfectly by Zelia, and it was Rhaena makes Egwene burn the tree, and Egwene is like realizing that she has a lot of power. She really is strong, even if Nynaeve is the strongest in 1,000 years. Egwene is still very strong. Rhaena's face when that happens, she's like in ecstasy, like she's so pleased with herself, and she thinks she genuinely made a connection with Egwene. And when the moment when she realizes that Egwene is not happy and like is upset, she immediately, like, her whole body language, her whole personality changes, and then she gets really upset, and then she just starts kicking Egwene. And it was, to me, like, is really well done character personalities and world building and plot development, and just getting all of these emotions all tied up in one. Not to mention the burning of the tree is a nice counterpoint to the tree singing earlier in the episode, where Loial like grew a tree, and then Egwene burns the tree, and it's destruction, and it's fire, and it's pain, and it's all that stuff. And I just thought it was a really powerful scene, especially the way Rhaena reacted to Egwene when Egwene was like, I don't like this. She thought that they made a connection and they'd be friends, best friend damane and sul'dam, like on a sitcom or something. And that didn't happen, and Rhaena was pissed. And I thought it was just a really, really well done, well directed, well written scene. And it's probably one of my favorites from the season.
Yeah, I feel like I should have shown this before you explained this really well.
Keep going. Through the roots. Into the flesh of the tree. Feel the sap running through its branches. Let it grow warmer and warmer in your mind. Make it so hot it begins to steam. Now turn that steam into fire. To feel. This is the power we are meant to wield, Egwene. Did you feel it? Our affinity? Here, pour yourself some water. You deserve it. Pour the water, Egwene.
I want to keep watching, but
we didn't need to watch it because I told you everything that happened.
I know.
But next time we won't even watch season 3. I'll just narrate it.
Love that.
Yeah.
And we'll react
Brian
to that
narrates
instead.
season 3.
Brian narrates season 3 while eating a burrito. That's
yes.
what it needs to be.
I don't have a burrito this week. I'm very frustrated by this, but yes.
Yes. No, but you narrated it really well. But yeah, no, it's I mean, again, very, very, very strong performance by two really great actors. Yeah, for sure. I see a lot of people talking about, how that, that was it's tough to watch even now. All right, Grace, moving on to one of your favorite moments of season 2.
So I picked the Kyrian party scene.
And you don't need to explain it because I'll show it.
Okay.
So you just need to buy me time so I find it.
Yeah, I can say what I liked about it. I won't tell you the details.
Yeah.
I liked it because it made me feel like I was in the books. There were a lot of details that happened in the books, like Rand's coat, and another thing that I won't mention because we're going to see it, and just the Kyrian politics. It just felt like light, and the music, and it just was something that felt joyful to me. And that was a tough episode. It was episode 3, so I liked that moment in it.
All right, what did you rate this? You actually rated your.
I did. I rated them because I was told I could pick 10 scenes if I rated them. So this one I rated a 9.
Yeah, no, it is a really I really.
It's
like
beautiful, like the costumes.
Yes.
It's the whole design is just it's lovely.
Lanfear. Okay.
That's Celine, actually.
Yes. I think this is it. The music is really good here.
I could get used to you looking like this.
People are staring. They know we weren't at that dinner.
Of course. It only makes them more curious. Look at this. Lady Delane has invited us to dine with her next week. They're trying to figure out if we're outland nobles they can use against each other.
And the guild down in red.
Why does it take her so long to get it?
Oh, she's up to something.
Yeah.
Be careful of an invitation from Lady Delane. However you reply, there will be costs attached. So what will it be? Yes or no?
Neither.
Wow.
That was.
I love it so much.
I mean, yes. I mean, you talked about book moments and feeling like in the books that the fact that he's wearing the coat and he does that, and a lot of us were like, who is this person? And then we get to find out the next episode that it is.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought she was the queen for
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely a lot of theorizing there, but let me just make sure. Link to the past, that red jacket though. Definitely and Dr. Gentek's talking about the introduction for Anver, just one of the many things that make rewatches fantastic for show only watchers. Like there's writing here, there's choices of how you show certain things. Really, really well done. Really, really good. I mean, Natasha O'Keeffe, right? Lanfear. I mean, that's just anytime she's on screen.
So that is one of my favorite Celine moments at the end of the party when Rand leaves and she's like, "What? We're having fun." And I just love that line so much.
I don't want to show the whole thing, so let me get to that.
Yeah, can we watch that? I love that.
Yeah, I really, because it does show something right here.
One less poor mouth for the rich to feed. It's an elegant solution, really.
Ryan's like so disgusted.
Sorry to cut in, Lady.
Anvers.
Oh, but
I don't believe we've been introduced.
No, I don't believe we have. Look what I found. Now, are you going to tell me who it's for?
how many people died for her to find that?
What's wrong?
The hunt for the horn is not real. There is no reward. It's all a ploy to purge the Forge.
She's like, oh.
Of course it's not real. This is the most political city in the world. Everything anyone says or does is part of some scheme or some game. Even Lady Alver. Don't you wonder why she wanted to talk to you?
What about you? What is your reason for helping me?
Don't ask questions you know the answer to.
I'm sorry I shouldn't have asked for your help. I have to go.
Wait, we're having fun.
Sorry.
Are you just going to leave me? You're going to miss the fireworks.
Right there. Yeah.
Aludra.
Aludra. Your favorite character. So yeah, no, I think again, episode 3 is kind of top. It's fourth for me. So yeah. Do you have your ranking ready? I'm gonna put mine in chat. So just to make this. So mine is 3. Wait, which one is left? 1, 2, 4.
You didn't prep yours ahead of
No,
time?
I know.
like you
I
asked us
know
to?
it. I know. I just know it.
Oh, okay.
I just know it.
Just knows it.
I just know it. I don't need to,
3 was number 5 for me.
3 was number 4 for me. Yeah. So that is my list. And yeah, I thought again for many reasons because of the accepted test and how that, but I think there were other really good scenes. Again, Logain, and then obviously this scene. Okay, cool. So let me share one of my favorite moments of season 2, and this is from my favorite episode, which is episode 5, and it's this. The reason I like this is just it's one of the the first times like I was like moved, like I had to like actually like check myself and be like, what is going on here? So
Check yourself before you wreck yourself, am I right?
Huh? Yeah, I was like, this is like moving it up a notch. Now I felt like in the second half of the season was definitely a move, a notch up. So let me share this.
Clever.
Good evening, my lady. Do you need help?
Yes, actually. So polite of you to ask. Where does this road lead?
Why, Tarvalon.
Of course it does.
What happened to your horse?
A horse? Is there anything slower than a horse?
So, I mean, so the casual head pop, right? Forget that. But the fact that like they played on the all roads lead to Tarvalon, like that was just gold. And the fact that she's like, ugh, the horse. So yeah, it just shows you like powers, humor, acting, and we were waiting for this guy, this actor who had this memorable scene that they talked about on horseback in Czech, the Rubik's Cube. is
Yeah.
what Havoc calls it.
That's the name of the weave that she
that's
used.
the weave, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is good. Damaged goods.
It was fine.
It
It's
did
a good
explode. I
Sleepy
thought she
Hollow
had beheaded
fanfic.
him. Well, no. Sleepy
Good
Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow
is beheaded.
fanfic there.
It's
not my favorite
beheaded.
scene.
It's beheaded. This is different.
No. No.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, I just liked it in the sense that how like what it evoked for me in that moment, and then for the rest of that episode, I was like, I was in it. I liked it. Okay, so we talked about kind of our not our favorite moment, but one of our most favorite moments. Is there one, Brian, that you were like, no, this is nothing for me. I didn't like it at all.
The one we just watched.
Nice.
No. One scene that I have another scene. There's another scene that didn't quite work for me very well, which was Swan and Moraine at the Waygate at the end of episode 7, and I just felt like it was a not satisfying conclusion to their relationship, and I felt like maybe there's a deleted scene that we didn't get, or something. I'm still not sure what to make of Swan's and Moraine's relationship. It was just such a weird sequence where she's forces her to close the Waygate, and then like they don't like each other anymore, and like I don't know. It was kind of weird. I didn't love that.
I feel like you didn't like that from the time we saw text while she was writing the letter. Like that's where it started for you, I think.
Man, I should have made that my choice. That was the worst decision I ever made in this show. No, yeah. I mean, I think the text was horrible, but it just felt like abrupt.
Mm-hmm.
Their relationship change, and they had that one scene in the throne room of wherever that was, and they kind of argued a little bit, but then for her to like abandon the mission so completely just seemed weird and out of character, given that they've been working on it for 20 years, to just abandon it at the last minute.
They didn't talk enough before that moment.
Which was set it up,
which was just, you're right.
Which is why I feel like there was a deleted scene or something where they actually did explain more, and we just didn't get it. It's probably one of my least favorite scenes in the whole season.
Right. Yeah. Let's see. This is right after Moraine gets her powers back, and it's like, getting her fixed. Not a concussion. Concussion.
Probably a concussion, yeah.
Close the Waygate, Moraine.
Now. You lied to me about being stilled.
No. I cannot. I've been more truthful with you than anyone else.
We failed, Moraine. At the eye of the world, you failed. The stakes are too high to fail again. Close the Waygate. No. I don't want to force you. You swore to obey me on the oath rod. An unbreakable oath. Bound by the one power.
Exposition.
Swan.
Close it!
Oh, El Naito in the background.
Swan.
Moraine Damodred.
No, if you have ever loved me, don't
I
do
command you to close the Waygate.
He seems so out of character for Swan.
Yeah, I don't know. People talk about compulsion. I mean, they did. There was a reason they name dropped compulsion.
Yeah, maybe. And then there's like, some people say maybe this is a scam, maybe this is an act that they're putting on, but Moraine looks legit horrified here, so...
Oh yeah, no, Moraine's not in on it.
She's not in on it, yeah. So it's just a very confusing scene.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, it'll be interesting what happens next season, but there might be some explanation of this, I'm sure.
Also, why can't she just reopen it again, you know?
Well, I mean, she
Turn around and
commanded
reopen
her to close it, right?
She closed it, so now she can reopen it. Command done. Moving on to the next thing.
You wanted another 5 minutes of her like opening it and say, "I command you to close it."
Open it, close it, open it, close it, open it.
That would make
Over
it
and
better,
over.
right? That would make
And
it better.
Swan just gives up.
It's like, okay,
Fine, have it your way, Moraine, and storms off.
all right, okay.
That would have been.
All right, I threw the call number on there, so you can call in and share your favorite or least favorite moment of the season. It's 313 Talk What 313-825-5968. And so Grace, yeah, what was what was your favorite?
My favorite?
No,
My not favorite. My least favorite. My least favorite was
it was
Lan.
a clear winner.
Yeah. This is like one of those scenes that like I just wish was deleted. Like I'm just gonna pretend doesn't exist. Like Lesbian Nerdy has talked about scenes in the book, she just like doesn't think about it and pretends they're not there. So that's this for me. It's Lan with Alana's family. A particular moment during that.
All right, are you prepared to watch this?
No, I really don't want to see it.
Okay, well, too bad.
If anyone says anything about the salt, I'll set you on fire.
I'm fine, thank you.
You heard what I said about fire.
I'm still full from breakfast.
It was
He's
2
full.
hours ago, I
He's
think.
clearly full. He's foreshadowing the next scene.
About?
It's been a while since you brought him.
He's
Did you
had
see
way
the
too much to
ass
drink.
in the background there?
Maybe you were slowing down in your old age.
It was a nice ass.
There's a nice ass in the background. There he is, the Lord of the 7 Golden Showers.
On the lion. Why is Alana so
I've been
happy?
nice and busy. Well, one of them always checks on me when I step away.
How does it usually go?
Well, they open with a joke. Maxim at my age. Either.
Right. The problem I had, employees must wash their hands before going back to work.
Yes, that bothers me too.
Like just the tree, just rub
Water
yourself.
is one of the benefits of the bond.
Where's
is an
his-
antiseptic hand.
Yeah, where's his hand sanitizer? Someone needs to get him some of that.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that I think they had a point to it in terms of can't be left alone. Watch.
Right.
Yeah, like a watch given we saw what happened with Stepan. I think that's probably what they were maybe trying to show. A warder who's lost the bond. I like this. Personal space, Alana. Alana, right? Like that. Yeah, Alana has made some decisions in the books that do much more than walking in you when you're peeing.
Well, we already know Alana has no boundaries, right? Like she
Yes.
and Stepan and Ivan are going at it while Egwene is cleaning the room. So this is not out. It's not out of character.
This was
for her to
foreshadowing for what
watch somebody
happens.
pee on a tree.
Yeah,
This is
they
fortunate.
don't have any boundaries.
Yeah. Okay. All right. One of my my least favorite moment of
Either in
season
my
2
hair.
was also from this episode. It was this. Let me share, and then I'll share why I didn't like it.
The shining wall shall be blood feeds blood.
All right,
Blood
what's coming up
calls
here,
blood.
right? Oh, did I not share it yet?
Yeah, I can hear it, but not see it.
There's something you should know, Ran.
And blood shall ever be.
I'm a monster too.
What do you mean?
We don't have much time.
Cute.
I don't know if you should scream, but the blood looks so cartoony right now.
Yeah. I mean, so okay, this is my issue with, like, I thought they had moved past fake out deaths, like, and for so apparently you can't kill Forsaken or whatever, right? And maybe it's Lanfear who has sworn, or eternal life or whatever, but I think it's the same for all Forsaken and for Ishamael too, right? So if you get stabbed with a fire sword, you actually die. Is that the rule? Like, what are the metaphysics? That's what I don't like. Is like she can be alive in the next minute and then has to like.
The rule is you have to be stabbed twice.
Okay. No, but Shama was only stabbed once, but it was like a fire stab. It was a fire stab.
If you stab twice, then you're safe.
Stabbed with a one power sword.
Stab with the one power sword. Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I think that's the implication, actually, because she stabs with the regular sword, and then Rand channels into his sword, heats it up. It's a one power kill, not a sword.
But
kill.
I mean, so anyone can kill a Forsaken then, right? So
with the one
you have
power,
to demonstrate, right? So any Aes Sedai and Warder can, Which again, it just seems, like fairly easy to do. I don't know. There's probably more rules to this than we know, but I just didn't like the fact that how that happened and how Ishamael died at the end was, similar in the sense that you get stabbed. Sure, there's fire stab or one power part to it. It just didn't resonate with me, and that she was alive within like minutes. It seemed like. Rajesh,
I mean,
all right.
I try not to think too hard about the metaphysics on TV because they're just going to follow the rule of cool, which is like, is it cool? Yeah. We're going to do it. And in the books, an author is typically a little bit more rigid with the rules, but on TV, like, you just can't. There's a number of instances we saw this season where I think they didn't want to commit to a decision about how something worked now, because they might want to change their mind later. This might have been one of those things.
No, I'm okay with that, but they showed a clear way for her to come back, right? They showed like the saw, the blackness, or whatever, the darkness. So they established something, and then they were like, no, at least to me, And then Rajesh is like, maybe it was a balefire sword, no, like balefire.
Could have been a balefire sword. How do you know? Maybe this is show balefire.
Wait, so balefire touches the sword, but like doesn't do it. Like it doesn't work like that. Just a covering.
You can't just stab a Forsaken and kill him. It had to be something, man.
No.
That's as good a guess as anything you put out there.
Baleblade? No, I just think it's like they haven't explained it or whatever. There's something more to it. I just didn't like it. I didn't like episode 4 throughout because I was waiting for like Daughter of the Night, and then this happened, and I'm like, I was just disappointed. But looking back, it's a pretty good episode. Especially because of the Downward stuff that's happening in that episode, and the Celine Lanfear kind of acting right before this scene outside is really good too. So yeah, no, I think I know. Yes, I agree. They literally told us Lanfear has immortality, but does that mean she's the only one that has immortality?
Well, I was going to say one of the. It's possible. It's possible that all of them have immortality except for Ishamael, because Ishamael would be the one who explicitly does not want to be immortal.
Yeah, sure. I don't know.
But the others would be like, yeah, eternal life, bring it. Ishamael's like, no, we need to break the wheel. We need to stop living. Living is stupid.
Yeah, I think he'll come back. I really do think he'll come back. It'll be interesting because if he doesn't come back, like if Lanfear dies next season, like who's like Shider Haran is going to be like the big bad of the series. It'll be interesting. Or Demandred. Imagine Demandred is your antagonist for the last 2 seasons. That would be hilarious if that happens. Grendel. Maybe it's Grendel. It's Grendel's show, and we're just waiting for her to show up. anyways, cool. So let's is that all of our least kind of favorite moments? All right, Brian, back to you. What is your I do see, I think maybe there is a caller. Well, I'll bring them in after you share your next scene, and then we'll go from there.
I have a lot of favorite moments, like that I have a really hard time choosing between. But the next one that I'm going to mention is Matt making the dagger Ashurandai. And I just loved it because I was kind of screaming inside the whole time it was happening. And the idea of taking the dagger, the ruby dagger, and putting it on a stick, a quarterstaff, and like making that the thing is such a cool, clever book reference for us, but it looks cool on screen.
You know who didn't like that?
Not falling into Thane's trap of "you're gonna touch the dagger, bro," and he's like, "I'm not gonna touch the dagger. I'm gonna poke it with a stick." Like, that is such a Matt thing to do. It was just brilliant. It's just like a little brilliant moment, and I was just screaming inside the whole time I watched it.
Yeah. No, I
let's watch it. Let's watch it again, and I'll scream inside.
No, we're gonna watch you react to it. Actually, that's what we're gonna. I'm finding it right now.
Watch me react to it.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna watch you react to it. I'm gonna try to sync it up so we can watch you and hear what's happening. Maybe I'll try this. Hopefully I can make this work. But yeah. So Grace, what are your thoughts on the Matt making a quarterstaff dagger scene?
Oh yeah, I loved it too for the same reasons Brian said. I also liked how the music that they played during the scene. I think there was like a little bit of like the Two Rivers theme playing, and
yes,
it just clever Matt. Matt was, he'd been sad for a lot of the season, and he was kind of coming back to us, and I loved that.
Yes.
Look,
yes,
Chad is saying
Guyver.
like. Chad is saying they're upset that this might be the Ashurandai, and I think it's cool. Like, what do you think? He's just gonna go to a regular weapon after this? He's gonna go to just like a normal, non-magical weapon? No, they're gonna keep the cool magical weapon for as long as they can. I think it's a really fun take on the thing. And like this, people being like, "Oh, this can't be the real Ashurandai." Like, come on, this is cool. It's a magic weapon. It's the first real magic weapon we've gotten the whole time. That's what you're gonna. Oh my gosh, dude! I didn't think that's what you were gonna play.
So he's now like wrapping it, and I'm like, no. Alyssa,
no way!
Your face.
No way!
You just make it Ashandora.
That what they're gonna? Holy crap! That's so smart. That's so smart. That's so smart. That was the smartest choice they made. I don't know. I loved it. I thought it was great. And
I clearly I loved it too. So
I just think it was it was just a wonderful, like, caught us by surprise. It was a wonderful gift to the book readers. It's funny, it's clever, Matt's got a magic dagger sword. It gets them out of the room. It opens the box containing the horn. Like, it does all this great stuff. I don't know. I just liked it. I liked it. I'm sorry, chat. It's okay to be wrong.
I just asked Chad, did you like the sequence when Matt makes the dagger staff? Yeah. So and I like this by Mandarb. That is our Matt, the one everyone loves, and I agree. Yes. There was something about that. You're right. The music there. It just works. So Steven's like, can we have a myth for this poll? Yeah, no, I think maybe just choose a side. If you don't like it, that's a no. I think a May is a no. I think in this respect, because clearly the people who you saw reacting to that just now liked it. That whole scene. So I think the music does make it, just because you're like, something's gonna happen, and you're like, wait, what is gonna happen? And they're like, like this was more of a, he's getting his quarterstaff, but just smart. Like, how is he gonna get rid of the dagger? Like, if they're gonna show the dagger be still a thing that plays into the last episode there, it definitely.
I also liked it. This just occurred to me, but I also liked it a little bit because it's a bit of a puzzle, right? It's like, how does Matt get out of the room without touching the dagger? And he kind of just thinks outside the box, and like, we don't get a lot of intellectual puzzle. Not to say Matt's like an intellectual character, but anything. But we don't get a lot of characters that we don't see our characters sitting around thinking about how to solve a problem and then solving it. They usually just charge right into battle or something. So I liked it. I just thought it was a great scene.
Elfwich is like, it makes me think no fins though. So I'm just gonna go full book spoilers, just because I feel like we're gonna run into problems with that. I just like, there were so many things that we were like, oh, they're gonna cut it. They cut it. And they still gave it to us in another place. So I still think there is room for the fins and the twisted redstone door frame, and it might not be exactly how we got in the books, but we still get it. So I think
we'll get it next season.
I think we
kind of have to.
Yeah, like I even like, if we're gonna start back in Falm, it might be in that room of mystery or room of antiquities or whatever. So one trip, that's when it happens, or it could be Rhuidean. Like it can be like, they have choices to do it somehow. So we can.
It would be neat if they capstoned season 3 with doorways.
Okay, I have a cool
episode
theory.
1, he goes into the one in Falma in the curiosity room. In episode 8, he goes into the one in Rhuidean.
No, I was gonna say he goes into the one in Falm and he comes out. Rand and Matt, they come out in Rhuidean.
Wow. Okay.
That's how they get to. That's how they get to the waste. Hey, that is my. It's not a loony theory. That's actually probable. I'm up for that. Possible. Yeah, they go in there and they're like, wait, where did Rand and Matt go? Oh, they're in the waste, because the Aiel wise ones told Egwene in a dream, so everyone goes to the Aiel waste. That's what happens. I think that is definitely does not mean the Ashendrai is not going to happen. All right, our caller here has been waiting for a little while. Let's bring them in and see what they have to say. Hey, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. Who's this?
Innkeeper Anas. I raise my glass to you, sir.
Norm.
What's up, buddy? And
Hello,
Brian, of course, I raise my glass to you. And hi, Grace.
Hi, Norm.
All right, Norm.
Everyone in chat, what's up? What's up?
We made it to the end of season 2. This is what, 4 years, 4 years plus on the Dusty Wheel now. What do you think? Season 2. How did it land for you?
Okay, I got it here in 3 parts. For as a whole, season 2 landed for me. I enjoyed it. It was much better than season 1, and they did a lot of things right. And I always do this as a sandwich. What I truly hated, I understand that they changed actors with Donald for Matt. I get that. However, I feel that they are shorting Matt's story arc. I don't know why. I just feel like that you got Egwene, you sort of have Nynaeve, they're building Perrins, and of course you have Rand. I mean, that's obvious. But I think they're shortchanging Matt. I mean, I think they could have cut maybe part of Nynaeve's, I don't know what's going on this planet, and I can't channel blah, blah, blah. And they could have gotten rid of maybe a little bit of the walking with the Aiel and Perrin, and have Matt go on his bender. I thought that could have been a very easy fix. He could have gone on his massive luck bender and showed that he has luck and whatnot. And, at least get that part of his powers introduced. It would have taken 5 minutes and everyone would have been happy because, all right, we got to see Matt having powers, yay. So that was my kind of but then, of course, my favorite scene, and everyone, you all have to say this in chat too, because we all know it. Doviandi, the Soviets again. So yeah, I was fanboying so
That's
hard
my
on that.
iPhone lock screen, by the way, is Matt yelling that. So.
Aw.
Oh yeah, I was so fanboy on that. I was just like, just squeak, little girl going on and going, yeah, and
Nice.
I hope. Here's my hope, Anas, and a lot of people said it in chat too.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that the retcon of the powers. Oh, that's beautiful. I hope that the retcon of the dagger. I hope that the dagger Shindarai isn't a permanent thing. I hope that somehow Patton Fang gets it back in some off-scene, soft-screen something, or because
we didn't see
Matt
it, but
needs to go. But we need to go to Tyr. I mean, one of the things that Rafe did not mention was Tyr. So does that mean we're not going to get Kalendor? Does that mean we're not going to get, like you said, the Red Door? Are we not going to get, that? I mean, Rafe, and you guys, I'm not sure if you said this, but Rafe did mention that there is going to be a unseen Forsaken in this next season. So we all know who that is. So I'm looking forward to seeing Asmodean. That's going to be cool.
Yeah.
But that means you have to go to Rhuidean, which they are. That means you got to get the glass pillars, which I hope they do. But then you also got to get Matt with that nice little foreshadowing with the whole, what was that juice that what's his nuts gave Matt? The whole, pot.
The
pot juice.
the trip prank,
trippy tea.
The trip angriel. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means we have to get Matt getting hung and getting his real weapon of choice. I mean, everyone almost has a weapon. Rand had his sword. Perrin finally got his axe. Matt's got to have his actual weapon, not the makeshift thing. We got to see everyone with their weapons and everyone being fine. If they don't dwell on Tanchico, I can live with it. We don't have to see the whole female adventure of whatever the foobar they're doing. We can have just give me 10 minutes. 10 minutes is all I ask, is getting Matt's arc started, and I will be happy. But far be it from me that the showrunners will listen to Norm. So, hey, showrunners, listen to Norm. Get me my 10 minutes of that. Okay? Here it is on record right now.
All right. No, Norm, I totally agree. But I would have felt like that if it was the end of season 1. If we're sitting here and this is the end of season 1. But the end of season 2, I feel like I have to give them credit to the fact that they might be not showing certain things and we're like, why didn't you do that? It was missed opportunity, but they somehow bring it in later, so they might rearrange stuff. I think we'll see. I cannot everyone likes the luck bender. Like, there's no one who's read this book who's like, I didn't like that. So I think they'll show it. Could they have shown it this season? Yes, I agree. And the same thing with the dagger. So in my head canon is that Amarisu also did the same thing to the dagger that she did to the horn. We didn't see it, but that's what happened. The dagger's gone. But you're right. They have to. Grace, I don't know. Do you think the dagger's gone, or is the dagger going to stay and it's going to be the Ashandarai?
The dagger's going to stay, but it's not going to be the Ashandarai. I mean, I think they have to wrap up the dagger story somehow, but it's not going to stay as the Ashandarai. He's going to lose that and either just have a quarterstaff, or he's going to somehow, get the Ashandarai down the line.
Yeah, and the fact that they showed us, the hanging, the eye slashed multiple times. Brian, do you think, making it to Rhuidean, does that mean? Does any of the things that we've seen mean? The Ashandarai is we have it now with the dagger, and we're not going to get all those Matt great moments.
No, I think we'll still get the great Matt moments. I just think that they short-circuited a lot of the plots with episode 8, and Matt says something to the effect of like, "I remember now," and then he yells, "Doviande se tovias again," which is it's time to toss the dice. The implication being he's the gambler. His hero persona is the gambler, and so in the books he gets the memories from the healing from the dagger. He gets his luck after the dagger. I think in this show they're basically going to say, "You're a hero of the horn. You remember this now. Now you get the benefits of memory and luck now, and it doesn't have to be healed of the dagger." Matt in season 2 is not acting like he's addicted to the dagger. They kind of re-imply that in episode 8 when we get the whole scene that we're talking about here. But he doesn't seem like he's in withdrawal from the dagger for the whole season. So I'm not actually sure they're going to do the healing part. I just don't think we're going to get that.
Yeah, I think, Norm, let me ask you this. Sky Squirrel is saying, will we get the Foxhead medallion? And I think there are two things Matt needs to kind of reach not peak Matt, but the Matt that we like a lot. It's his hat and the Foxhead medallion. And I think those are going to happen in the Waste and Rhuidean, and I think we're gonna get those things. And Matt, Brian, I think makes a good point, and we've reached that point because by the end of book 2, Matt was still a dagger Matt, and not kind of what we saw till now, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think the fact that he said "I remember now," to me, they just wiped away the whole. He doesn't need to get his memories from somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, blowing the horn healed him from the dagger, but he was still holding the dagger. Forget the
I don't know if the
metaphysics.
horn healed him from the dagger, but that's a stretch.
Yeah.
Come on. But a piece of cloth can totally hold a dagger to a stick, and that's not beyond the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
Norm, that's what you're getting hung up on.
Norm, are you convinced by what Brian and Grace have said?
I would much rather them kind of explain that, okay, if they're not going to do the healing, which I get, Brian, if they do it like, okay, the horn was blown, as soon as the heroes disappear, Matt's memories disappear, so now he has holes in his memory.
Yeah.
And then he goes to the Red Room, they tell him, go to Rhuidean. He goes to Rhuidean, he goes through that door, and then he gets his memories back. And that's how he gets his little trinkets. And, that would, to me, make at least somewhat plausible sense, because you were stuck in the whole euphoria of being blowing the horn. And now that the horn is gone, theoretically, I have no idea what happened with there. What, she just put it behind her back and then poof, it's disappeared now? What? I don't get that. So the horn is gone, and so is Matt's memories. That at least can be plausible with the.
But why would they give him his memories and then take him away? Like, that makes no sense. Like, you when you're doing a show and you only have 8 episodes, you got to cut plot lines. You got to cut things that need to be on show. And I think they just cut the whole memory thing out. So now they can go straight to him having memories. And I know we want it because it's in the books, but this is a great example of them streamlining it and moving on with the plot.
And I get that, Brian, but I counter that with, why did they retcon the dagger to make it this evil, corrupting, I can now cut through steel when now, and I stab everybody, now you're getting this evil gaping hole in your body, and it's like, that's just nasty, because that was beautiful, but they didn't do that in season 1, so Loyal theoretically should have been dead. And so was Uno dead, but we got Uno dead. But anyway, so why did they retcon the dagger? If you can retcon the dagger, you can retcon Matt's memories. So, I mean, like you said, don't overthink the metaphysics of the television show. So
yeah, no,
you're overthinking the metaphysics of the thing. But yeah, okay, we can go with that, Norm.
I think the bottom line is we got a glimpse of Matt in his element, and we just want to see more of that, right? We want to see more of the luck. We want to see more of him being, using the memories and all of that. Yes. Someone's asking, and I was thinking of a poll. Like, what is the poll? What are we polling? Are we polling? I don't know.
Will Matt keep his memories, or will he lose it and get it back with the fence? That's the poll.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm
going
to
put
put this.
Dusty with a poll on us.
I know. That's what I need to do. All right, Norm. Thank you so much. Was there anything else? That you wanted to point out? Any particular scene that you want us to share that you really liked?
You know what? That was honestly the Matt getting the horn. That was probably my favorite scene. I get the whole try to book me out of TV watching me.
That's hard.
So
that's hard.
It is hard. So I will.
Your favorite Lanfear
so I'm
moment.
looking for.
Give us your favorite Lanfear.
Lanfear getting butt smurfed by Moghedien. That was fun. I am looking forward to Moghedien.
Yes. Okay. Yes. I love that. And Moghedien scenes are to die for. Rafe said. So let me put this poll in chat.
I'm sorry. She just genuinely looks scared. I've never seen Lanfear truly scared before, so that was cool.
All right. Will Matt keep his memories, or are they gone? Like with the horn.
So in other words, is Brian
yes
right?
Or no?
Is Norm right?
Yes, kept them.
Yes.
The answers are Brian and Norm.
I love that. That's exactly what I'm gonna. That's what I'm gonna put out. All right, Norm. Great to hear your voice, and we'll find out in 18 months or so. what happens? So great to hear your voice, and we'll see you back in chat. All right.
All right, you guys all take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye, Norm.
Great talking, Norm. Bye.
All right, cool. So let's see. Okay, so Norm wanted to see the Moghedien scene. Is so good, right? I mean, wow. And someone, I think Brian Matt was saying this to you, that like how he wanted to maybe see this scene was somehow seeing like Lanfear walk into tel'aran'rhiod with like with better kind of visuals than what they used. I don't know. Vashi 08 this is the dustiest of polls. I mean, yeah. Yes, it is. Thank you. Let me show. But yeah, so what I'm talking about, if Brian or you or someone else can throw in chat, Innkeeper Hatch sat down with Brian, I think it was over the weekend on Friday or Saturday, and they talked about his reaction to watching the finale, and did an episode of BARSIDE Chat. So I listened to that this morning, and
so if you're out there and you haven't listened to Matt's reaction to the finale on BARSIDE Chats, go to the BARSIDE Chats pod Twitter account, or the mods will post a link in chat, I'm sure, and go check out the latest episode of BARSIDE Chats where Matt gives his reaction to the finale exclusively at the BARSIDE, and he tells some really interesting thoughts.
All right, and I'm gonna poll
that he was willing to share with us. So
yeah, I'm gonna poll after this what scene did he miss seeing, or like I'll ask people, what scene did he actually said that he missed what happened in that. All right, let me show this scene with two of our favorite chosen Forsaken. I love the music here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't know, is this an element? Like, is there a Lanfear soundtrack? It's really good.
I think this is like the evil, interesting things happening music.
This is the Forsaken Tea Party music. He broke them all. She's truly terrified.
softly, softly from the shadows.
Rhuidean.
Rhuidean.
Ishamael led us out. All of us. He had this sneaking suspicion you were going to betray him.
Where are the others?
Rubik's Cube didn't work. Matt
You
felt
and
that.
Ishamael.
So good.
We're always too close to the dragon. The rest of us don't share that feeling. Softly, softly from the shadows. That's what you always said about me, isn't it? That I was too cautious, too afraid. Too weak.
A forsaken caressing someone. Huh.
You don't want to fight me.
This is not a fight. This is a warning.
Ooh, does Moggy have a sling
When I
ring?
strike, I don't miss.
It does.
He does?
Stay away from him, Lanfear.
Nice. I didn't notice that.
His house now. All 5 of them are.
Yes, Rajesh, I love her accent. I mean, everything.
There it is right there.
Softly, softly from the shadow.
I think like Moghedien is using like all of her power to do that. Like we see Lanfear kind of do this, but like Moghedien after this is like hiding in a corner, just cowering because she's like, that was hard. I'm pretty sure. Like there's no way. Like at least going off.
I'd help you, Randall.
Not dark. Not the dark. Not.
The only thing I would change about that scene is make it a post-credit sequence.
Dude, yes. Okay, we know.
I'm just gonna say it over and over. It's just such a great.
It's done.
scene.
They're not gonna do it. It's done.
I'm gonna do a fan edit, and all I'm gonna do is move the whole thing over.
It's like, wait, you cut out the best part? It's like no one watches it because it's like not even there. No, that Norm, thank you for bringing that up. I mean, Moghedien was just great, and you know, just the fact that introducing a character like that at the end, yeah, I like how people are like trying to explain what the meaning of this poll is.
You had to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll let this go on for a little while longer and go from there. Let's see, Grace, you're next, I think. Which one do you want?
I want to go with the Avienda and Perrin scene from episode 5.
Oh, the laughing. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I got it. So why do you like this?
So 2 reasons. One is that there's a very, very Perrin moment. I think like probably one of the first moments I really felt like he was Perrin from the books. And then there's also the Aiel humor aspect, the like awkward, like kind of culture clash between the two of them that I just really liked seeing.
Yeah. No, I think this was the post-escape moment. Fireside, Aiel, 2 Rivers. Hopper having a bite.
You do not dance the spears badly, Perrin A. Bara.
I thought your people never left the West.
Wetlanders call it the Waste. It is the threefold land, a shaping stone to make us, a testing ground to prove our worth, and a punishment for the sin.
What sin?
Nobody remembers, it was so long ago.
Why did you leave?
I'm searching for the Karakarn, our Chief of Chiefs.
So where are you going, then?
Where you go, Wetlander.
What you just said, then.
I have tow. Tow? Gieto is the Aiel way. You saved my life. My water is yours.
Don't know about that.
It is not a
That's the
lover,
Perrin
Wetlander.
moment.
Though I would not be opposed. Don't worry, Perrin of Two Rivers. I will not attack you in a fit of lust. So, where will we go now?
Hopper. Yeah, no, I think this is that was just this is funny in the way that Perrin is like yeah, like no no yeah, no, that's a funny scene. I guess the Aiel are okay with their culture reference and all that there. It was good. I mean, I think I liked how they did that, you know, in terms of showing the traveling people and now showing the Aiel and Perrin. The only thing I don't like, and I think I've said this, is like, you know, like Perrin starts, kills someone close to him, or just kills the person with an axe, goes through like meeting two different cultures of like, you know, a peaceful and then a warrior society people, and then kills another person, and now he's okay, and his best friend dies.
Yeah, I don't think he's okay. I mean, we didn't really see him
Yeah.
post all of this. He's not going to be okay.
Maybe the shield like just heals him. The shield is like, you know, a magic shield. It makes him happy all the time.
A magic shield.
Yeah, it's definitely a magic shield. But yeah, no, that was a good scene. Okay, I'm gonna do one more scene and then we'll maybe wrap up. My other favorite scene was, again, it's from episode 5 again, and this there's a couple that go with it, but I think this is probably the one that I from a music standpoint, I just thought this was just perfect. So you probably know exactly what I'm talking about in a second.
Yeah, Children of the Light.
Children of the Light and
then
Share the video.
Yeah.
There you go.
Perrin Ibarra. Do you like to dance?
I think that's a poor man's bolt that they used right there. This person named Bolt. Yeah, Perrin saved Dane's life. Didn't really do much. Didn't buy him that much Grace, I guess, because he doesn't do well in the end. Two rivers. We're going to the two rivers. That was the other news from season 3 that we got. I think it's a set photo at night, and there's like fire and fortifications, and What Series shared that. So yeah, that was a really great. A lot of people are talking about the shield and the is it Brian? You said it was a wolf, or I thought it was. It was the
I can't
eagle?
remember. It might have been.
Yeah.
Might have been a thing. I
Whatever it
remember
was,
when we were live streaming it, somebody said something about like the Manetherin symbol, and he's got like a shield with the Manetherin symbol on it. And somebody's saying that it's the Hawk of Shinar. So maybe and Uno's Shinar, and so that makes sense. I'm not sure that I remember that correctly.
Zed said says attack together, men. Proceeds to watch until he's the only one left, then attacks. Strategic genius. Yeah, I mean,
seems like something I would do.
He almost like he landed a blow, didn't he? I think he landed at least one blow, or maybe two. So he managed to make it work almost. But yeah, no, I think that was another. There wasn't a lot of action after. I think in episode 4 maybe, or even after episode 2, they had that fight, and then there was episode 3. Wasn't really a lot of action other than some, the third test and the Trollocs at the end, and then episode 4 really didn't have any action, and episode 5 had this. So yeah. Okay, cool. I think that's kind of most of the ones that we wanted to talk about. So let me pull up. Giveaway, but so yeah, a few people were asking where is Innkeeper Hatch. Innkeeper Hatch is on vacation, traveling.
On vacation.
Yeah, he's traveling and in a different time zone. So he did say if he somehow wakes up, he'll jump in, but I doubt it. So I'm gonna start this giveaway in chat. I think it's
while you're doing that, I would talk about arguably the greatest addition to the Wheel of Time show canon that we haven't talked about yet is horny Adelaus. Because that was not in my bingo card.
Yeah.
Nope.
I don't think it was in anybody's bingo card.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious and awesome and really just one of the better like moments in the season. It's a very dark season, and to have like Adelaus like want to get in Lan's pants and try to eat dinner, and she can't do it because they got to wait for her. Like there were so many great moments with her where she just wants to be a retired lady and she can't do it.
Yeah. So exclamation point raffle in chat to enter this giveaway for a Dusty Wheel mug. I'm gonna end this poll. People are talking about polls. I just wasn't in a mood for a lot of. I'm generally not in. Generally a poll heavy person. That's more like Innkeeper Hatch's kind of. He loves doing a lot more polls than I do. So about 55%. Brian, whatever you wanted. Whatever you were going for is what they're. So I think that he will just keep his memories. No, they're gone. No,
eat it, Norm.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Good thoughts.
No, I think they're both reasonable. I think it'll be.
They're
fine.
both legit. Okay. I just think I'm right.
Yeah. All right. As people enter this, I wanted to bring up. I'm going to show a video here, a small snippet from a show that I did about a year ago. It's one day to the year of a special show that I did. So why don't you guys see this? Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Steve Show. I'm your host, the Steve Keeper, and this is a live call-in talk show all about the Steve Pine. And tonight is a special show. We're finally going to answer the question, who is Steve? But before we dive into that, let me show you what we have coming up on the Dusty Steve Show in the next few weeks. So I think you know what I'm talking about. So let's take a look at this. So there you see Origins of the Steve of Time. We're going to be live from Charleston on November 8th discussing the new book, Origins of the Steve of Time. We're very excited to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I think we'll finally get the answer. Who's Steve Comey, too? So I'm really excited about that. And that's what we have coming up in a few weeks. But tonight's all about celebrating Steve. So without further ado, let me introduce my two wonderful guests onto the show. First of all, I have the brilliant, genius, I should say, Brian the Steve Man, and the always stabby maiden of the Steve. How are you guys doing?
Oh my god.
Doing awesome. We're Steve
great.
to
Happy
be
to be
here.
I mean, how exciting is this, right? The Dusty Steve Show.
With Steve-tacular.
Oh,
On
wow.
a scale of 1 to 10, it is a Steve.
First caller.
Yay!
Yeah.
Welcome to the Dusty Steve Show. Who's this?
Hi, this is Matt.
Hi, Matt. Thank you for calling.
Are you a fan of the show?
Are you the fan of the show? First-time caller?
Yeah, first-time caller. I had to call because I really like this idea of Steve, so I just wanted to call and talk about it.
Do you have a theory for us, Matt, about Steve? Are you a Steve theorist?
I'm really surprised you asked me if I have a theory, because theories are my favorite things. So, yeah, I think that Steve is a fan. That's my theory.
So yeah, that was October 19th last year.
Wow.
So yeah.
Your baby Giannis hosting the Steve Show.
Yeah, that was like so that was what 3-4 it was at least a couple months before Matt was like, hey, you want to do this? And like at least three months to my first Dusty Wheel show.
Someone in chat put, like, was this your audition for the Dusty Wheel?
It
kind of was.
That's how it turned out to be, I guess, right? But yeah, the Mirror World shows, we had a couple. Todd did the Musty Swell? No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Musty Swell.
Yeah, and that was a lot of fun. And then we did the Dusty Steve show. So I was like, I should have the same guests on for tonight, and kind of and Matt called in while he was vacationing abroad, which he is.
That's right. Yeah, he was. Yeah. That's why he sounds like half asleep in the phone call.
So clearly he wanted to stay up and watch what I was doing that first time. This time he doesn't really care.
Now he doesn't, though.
he doesn't. He's like, yeah, whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, it's fine.
Yeah,
but yeah, I wanted to share that it was a year ago. We still don't know who Steve is. We will never know who Steve is, I think.
I don't think so.
No, I think that's it. All right. Let me end this raffle, and pick a winner. And I like Dale Harris here. We are all Steve. Steve is all of us. Yes, that is true.
So Steve, we all.
All right. Lindsay Eastwood, congratulations. You have won.
Oh, Lindsay, good job.
Congrats, Lindsay.
If you want, you can get one of these. I don't know if you can see what it is. It's the Dusty Steve Show, a mug. If you want, that's the one.
Wait, that mug exists?
That's a limited edition mug, man.
I didn't think you could still get those.
Why didn't we get? We were your guest on the Dusty Steve Show.
Why didn't you tell me to wear the duct tape?
You're holding out on us,
honest. Hey, that was before I was like, like I didn't write. The contract said you have to send mugs. And you have to do all these things. That was after the fact. But congratulations, Lindsay. Reach out to me on Discord or on Twitter at the Dusty Wheel, and we'll get in touch and get you that mug. But yeah, season 2. What was it? 8.25. And 9 for Grace. And Brian, you said
I would have voted 8.5, but I rounded up.
Yeah,
because there wasn't an 8.5.
I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I didn't want to give that many because I mean, yeah.
You gotta give room for season 3 is supposed to be better than season 2, and so you got to leave room for greatness, you know.
Yeah. No, I totally, I totally agree. From a fandom standpoint, people really like the Shadow Rising, so I think it'll be great to see that on screen, and given the time it needs to be great, and you know, I think the Waste and Tanchico and all those plot lines are going to be fun. So yeah, I think. Let's see. I think that's it. I'm just making sure that Innkeeper Hatch has not written to me. He has not. Okay, so he's probably sleeping. But yeah, thank you all for staying here with us and watching and sharing all your favorite moments. And you know, thank you, Grace, for watching the land peeing scene with us, and Brian for watching the Rubik's Cube as well as the I don't forget which one you didn't like, because you didn't like a lot of
the Sleepy Hollow fanfiction.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you for being here, and we'll be back next week and continue to break down, you know, do a lot of, you know, theorizing. We're going to dig into that, you know, take a little bit of time right now to just let it sink in, and then the theorizing will start, and we'll dig into that. I mean, the heroes, there's so many things, you know. We were talking about, you know, just Ivan today, and you know, where he is, and is Maxim a dark friend, and all these things. What is Leandra going to do next? All of that's, you know, so much fodder for us to discuss and theorize over. But that'll be next week. As we say around here, good night from the Dusty Wheel, and smash the black.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like this is
really well. And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that, and you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So
Just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm not white.
I see Lukomi as something along the lines of a Shadar Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Wheel Show. What? Meme Off Challenge. Yay!
Pair of like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like all of a sudden,
this is not just
like,
a traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi
And
elements.
just a moment ago,
Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guest in here with me, and
probably I would say put in 70-80% of the work. I got to be over the shoulder and be like, no.
All right, we're back. Okay. I mean, we were talking about favorite moments, and we didn't show the horn, right? That's not okay. So we're gonna show the horn scene, and we'll give away another mug for anyone who's stuck around. So if there are people who have stuck around, so I'm gonna open that up again in chat. If you're still here,
168 people still here.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, no.
How many?
Yeah.
168. Don't you people have better things to do on a Wednesday night?
Yeah, so I open it back
watch
up
the
again
credit sequence
from now. And, hey, the credit sequence is like the best thing. What are you talking about? That's the whole reason I do the show, is so I can end the show and watch the credit. Like, what do you like? That is the best part of the show. So yeah, let me line up the horn being blown. The music, I can't believe the music is so good. Yeah.
It's a nice mug you got there, Brian.
You like it?
Yeah, it's good.
Very nice.
That is a nice mug.
Keeps things warm and sunshiny, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is... So look for the spittle.
The spittle.
Did you see the spittle?
No, I spaced out. Sorry.
I remember.
How tightly wrapped that dagger is on that staff. I'm just saying. Wish.com Maxim right there.
I am one of you.
I have fought by your side times beyond number. Fight with us once more.
That's mine.
Well, let's not just feck and stand here.
Yep.
Some good stuff.
So that's
Magical.
That is yeah, it's a good scene for many reasons, but what makes it even better is this. I was just watching this.
Incredible. We're getting Alyssa cry.
I think this is Hopper. This might be Hopper. And now I think
this is the Hopper scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gotta be.
Yeah, that's gotta be Hopper.
Yeah.
I'm too shocked for it to be anything else.
I think now he's run out and he's facing the army, and now it's gonna or nowish. It's funny, trying to figure out what's happening. I saw this back and I'm like, Alyssa's gonna fall over.
Yeah, she's not okay.
She's not okay. Oh my gosh, she's so awesome though.
I'm like, there's a tear. I think there's a tear. There may be a tear. Alyssa's trying to hold it together.
Oh.
This is the yeah. I don't know what's happening now. What do you guys think is happening right now?
I don't know. Brian.
Oh my god.
This is good. I think that's probably enough. I don't know. I think it's probably.
We're gonna line up the sound with it.
Yeah. To make it work better, I think that works. But yeah, I think that's a good way to end. Let me pick our the few of you who stood around. I'm gonna close the entries now and pick a winner. And all right, this is tel'aran'rhiod. Congratulations, you've won a Dusty Wool mug. Reach out to me on Discord, on Twitter, and I'll be just reach out and I will get this to you and the few of you who have won in the last month or so in the next few months as I finally get some time to work on that. I think Matt and I will just do a live stream, and that's all we'll do. We'll be like, okay, sent it to you. Okay, sent it to you. I mean, we say that we'll do that, but we haven't done it for forever. So that's
like a live stream of sending people mugs.
Yeah, that's all we'll be like. I'll have, like how Brandon does, like he's signing and that's all he does and he's talking. So that's what we'll do. We'll be like sending mugs and we'll be just talking and chatting and have
that's fun.
A chill night at the inn where we just get stuff done, and talk to people. But yeah, congratulations to I think Lindsay won earlier and Tel'aran'rhiod. I saw that that you're in chat. Yes, congratulations. Reach out to me, and again, both of you, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next week. All right. So as we say around here, a good night from the Dusty Wheel, and smash the black.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like this is one
really
of the
well.
biggest scenes.
And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that, and you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So,
Just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm not wearing one.
I see Lukomi as something along the lines of a Shida Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Wheel Show. What? Meme Off Challenge! Yay!
Terrible, like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like all
This
of
is
a
not
sudden,
just
it's
a
like,
traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi
And
elements.
just a moment ago, Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guest in here with me, and
probably I would say put in 70-80% of the work. I got to be over the shoulder and be like, no,